Evolution, behavioral, and cell biology. What is evolution? Evolution is a scientific theory that defines the process of new species. It also involves natural selection, Darwin's theory of adaptation and mutation through offspring and genetic expression. This can involve physical and internal changes depending on the environment and genetics. Darwin's theory. Darwin's theory of evolution is the origin of the species, origin of favorable traits being passed down from generation to generation. Natural selection is also part of this, changes frequencies and improves function of survival and reproduction. It also relies on changes in the environment and reproduction of mutation to get variations of a species. Changes in environment such as genetic drift. Natural selection. Adaptation occurs when traits get passed down to the offspring. Heterozygous and homozygous determine the alleles found in the offspring. Heterozygous is big H, little h. Homozygous is either big H or little h. This depends on the environment and how well a species can reproduce and survive. Adaptation, mutation. Not every adaptation or mutation is defined as good or bad. It relies on survival and reproduction. Adaptation is dependent on genes and environmental changes and improved function. Types of animal behavior and welfare: instinctive, innate, sleep behavior, aggressive behavior, and stress-induced behavior. This can be caused by lack of welfare that can lead animals to having abnormal or aggressive behavior. Instinctive versus innate. Instinctive is without the opportunity to learn. They have a repetitive action pattern. For example, butterflies make cocoons and then transform. Another example is chimps are nurtured by their mother. Innate is the knowledge that you can develop or learn from. Example, sloths. Sloths learn how to survive from their mother. The four approaches: comparative psychology, sociobiology, ethology, and behavioral ecology. Comparative is evolutionary patterns within breeds and their expected behavior. Sociobiology is a class of animals in groups. Ethology is animal surroundings, innate or extinct. Behavioral is a study of relationship between environment and their behavior. Environment versus behavior. Lack of stimulation can cause changes in animals. Examples: dogs, destroying things, barking and howling, pacing. And then another example is big cats in zoos. If they're in a small space, they could pace and have stressful behaviors. If an animal feels like their environment is not safe, they can act scared, stressed, or aggressive. Social structure. Class of animal groups. Examples such as lions, chimps, elephants, and wolves. This relies on social behavior as well. Animal welfare and the 5 freedoms. Animal welfare is a care or need of that animal. Lack of welfare can lead to stress-induced behaviors. 5 freedom can determine if an animal is safe in its environment and is well cared for. The 5 freedom contains freedom from hunger and thirst, freedom from discomfort, freedom from pain, injury, or disease, freedom to express normal behavior, and freedom from fear and distress. Cells. Cells are able to form organs and organ functions. All living things are composed of cells. Cells are the fundamental structure in all organisms. Cellular biology processes among animal kingdoms and reflects evolutionary history. All cells come from pre-existing cells. Function and structure. Multicellular organisms such as eukaryotes, various functions of an animal, fertilize, ovum, and zygote. Interphase is a growth phase of the replication of DNA. Processes involve proliferation, determination, differentiation, and apoptosis. During mitosis, where DNA divides into 2 nuclei, forms a process of prosphase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. DNA. Polymers of nucleotides, named after the ribose backbone, made up of components such as A, G, C, T, process of transcription and translation. RNA. RNA is similar to DNA. The ribose backbone is not oxygenated. Uracil is created instead of thymine. The protein synthesis is making it RNA to mRNA through transcription and translation. RNA transfers proteins. Each 3 nucleotide sequences involves amino acids. As mRNA is a result of base pairing, tRNA is an anticodon.